I was going to let you in on another of my my habits that I see as part of the ADHD spectrum. I like to do things when I have the energy and the urge to do them, even if I'm not prepared, and I am not a prepping kind of person. It's a situation of suddenly I get an urge to do something and I have to do it straight away because that's what my motivation is, and if I don't utilise that motivation, then it's gone, possibly for months. So yesterday's motivation was to start painting our basement laundry room. It's a tip, it's got holes in the ceiling. I got my husband to fix one of the holes in the ceiling yesterday, at the weekend, so that I could paint that corner of the room, because I'm not going to be doing the whole lot because that's deeply boring, just that corner of the room. And yesterday was the day I decided I got my painting clothes on, was all ready to go. Tried to put the foamy bit on the end of my roller and it wouldn't go on. Turns out they're not compatible because they're two different brands. But instead of saying, okay, I don't have the tools, I'm just going to wait another day, I was like, right, I need to find a way to do this. So I got the biggest brush I could find, which was this big, and I painted an entire wall with a brush. And if I'm honest, it was not the most efficient way to do it. It was not the most effective way to do it. I got paint all over my arms and my face. It was not possible to do the ceiling because that literally was just dribbling onto my face. But I got a wall done, and it gave me such a sense of satisfaction and joy that I don't care that I did it the wrong way or the least efficient way. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It took 20 minutes and that's that bit done. It's going to need another 3 or 4 coats because there's a lot of other colours underneath it. But it gave me great joy that I'd managed to get it started in whatever way I could. And this sort of pattern is, very much how I operate. And when I was little, I made some shelves in our holiday home out of wood, and they were beautiful. But I made a mistake because I didn't plan properly. And the outcome of this mistake, the two sides, they had grooves cut in them so I could slot the shelves in. I must have been about 16, so I wasn't even aware of my kind of slightly less helpful traits at this point. So they had little grooves cut in, but I made the two sides identical so that they should have been that way around and they didn't fit. So I had to turn this one upside down and back to front, cut one end off and stick it back on the other side. And I don't know if you can visualise this, but that doesn't matter. The purpose of me saying this is that this trait has been present ever since I was tiny, and I would just impulsively rush headlong into whatever activity I wanted to do and get great joy from it. And when I messed things up at the end in some way or another, which was fairly inevitable because there'd been no planning or preparation gone into it, or limited planning and preparation, instead of getting upset, I might get mildly upset, but instead of getting very upset, I'd be like, right, I need to find a solution to this. We can make this work. And so I would find a solution and I would fix it. And it would not be perfect, but it would be good enough and it would make me happy because it was done. It was an activity done that I got great enjoyment out of. And I hadn't had to go through the deeply dull and boring faff of, planning for it. So, I come back to this idea that the traits that we have, whilst, society tells us we should conform and plan things properly and prepare for things properly and do things properly and then we'll get the best outcome. I would like to challenge that. Because what is the best outcome? If the best outcome is a perfectly produced piece of furniture, then yes, you should do it that way. But if the best outcome is to have a piece of furniture that reminds you of a fun afternoon you spent with your dad when he was alive, and that reminds you of a creative thing that you did by yourself, and the sense of achievement that you got from that, and the enjoyment you had through doing it, then I would suggest that that is a far better outcome than a boring, routine-based activity that, makes you feel constrained. So I think it's about resetting our priorities and our definitions of what success is, because for me, my outcome had many more measurements of success attached to it than what society might have told me, how society might have told me I should have done it. So there's just a little bit of food for thought in terms of reframing some of your traits that you maybe get criticised for. Reframe it for yourself so that you can see the benefits it actually brings you and the joy it might bring you. And You know, my wish is for a more inclusive world where difference is more valued. But that may be a long way coming. So in the meantime, we have to advocate for ourselves and truly believe in the way that we do things and see the benefits in the way that we do things for ourselves so that we can fight for ourselves. Have a great day doing things exactly the way that works best for you.